You know, guys, I'm always just awful at these intros for these first parts, but this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses REDUX mod. Basically, the mod is a more difficult version of the original, as it also changes the decks of the AIs to make them better, and it gives you different decks to play with. It also makes the leveling faster. And for those curious, I have already done 2 previous runs on this mod, which you can check out on the channel. There were a fairy deck and a fiend deck, so if you're interested in that, it'd be nice to check those out. But yeah, what I'm basically gonna do is I'm just gonna type in like random numbers and see which 3 decks pop up, because the different decks are dependent on like the name you choose as a user, which is it's an interesting way to do it. So yeah, because like I feel like most people will probably play the game with obviously like the same name. Like I usually use the same name for most games, so you kind of end up with the same decks if you don't just randomly change your name. So I'm going to probably just type in some random fucking numbers. Let's start with like an I, an F, an M, a G, an F, a K, and 8, 4, bam. That's our name. Yep, that is our name. God, it's a beautiful name, yes. Try to pronounce it. Okay, so before we get to choose the sides between Yorkist and Lancaster, we can choose our deck, which is really nice, because it would have been a real pain in the ass if you couldn't choose beforehand. As your path can very much change how easy it is, as you want to get like the right cards from the opponents earlier than later, I suppose. So we're not gonna do a practice duel because I don't really need to practice. I've got the game recently on my mind, so that won't be a problem. Although I will have to maybe memorize some new fusions. So we could go dragon, dinosaur, or what looks like warrior and mage. It's hard to tell. All I know is this is dinosaur reptile. God, I know that this is a terrible deck. I don't know if I'm ready for that one yet. I just came off a fairy, which I would say is one of the strongest decks. I think I'm gonna go with this one, Spirit of the Mountain, you know. I could just be choosing a terrible deck now, but I don't know. It seems like it's a warrior deck, or it's got mages and warriors, so we'll see what that entails. Yeah, the one thing is unfortunately I can't really see what the deck is all about, but I think for me it's probably best to side with Kaiba on the first run. It's generally the easier path, and considering that I think Tristan has warriors, that seems like the best choice. I think we're going to side with the Yorkists. And also, I just realized that the audio isn't playing, which is annoying. I don't know why it does that. But I'm just gonna quickly get through this dialogue, which takes kind of a long time, especially when there's no music. You know, I'm just gonna speed this up. I think we've seen all of this stuff before. If you want to also get the story, in my very first playthrough, I did read the story, and yeah, after you've read it once, you don't really feel like reading it twice. So yeah, we're gonna side with the Yorkists. So what? It should be done now? Good. I really want to go and see my deck, because I am curious what this deck has. Okay. Okay, Seto, keep more story. Please leave. Okay. Alright. Yeah, there seems to not be any music, so I'm gonna go and fix that real quick. Alright, I got the music to work now, which is good. I don't know what causes that, but it happened before. So, this is what the deck looks like. We got Spirit of the Mountain, which is a spellcaster. This is an interesting deck. We got Crawling Dragon, Flame Manipulator, Dryad, Tower the Chanter. What does Dryad do? When this card's flipped, Spellbound, alright. We got another one of these guys. Gemini Elf, that's decent. Leo Wizard, Rock Spirit, Injection Fairy Lily, which in defense modes increases life points. That's not that good. Alright, Spirit of the Winds, Jin the Watcher of Wind, Hurricane, Aquamador, Celtic Guardian, which has all this card is in face-up defense vision. All cards involving the taking of a card's controller rendered ineffective. Okay, that's so random. And this card is flipped face-up all spells within the range of a single space are destroyed. That's not even that good either. Wudon, the Resident of the Forest. When this card is flipped, all monsters or strengthen all plant monsters by 300. Okay, you don't have any plants. This is in the plant deck. Alright. It really is just a combination of warriors and beasts. I mean warriors and magicians. Spellbound an opponent for 3 turns when destroyed in battle. Lazark, Typhoon, Weather Control again. Jeez, he's been in all 3 of my decks, by the way. We do have Crawling Dragon 2 over here. We got Kumo, Toko, and Beaked Snake, Toon Alligator, Gigatech Wolf, Golgoyle, who revives in his own summoning area when destroyed. Haniwa, Man-Eating Plant, Firegrass, Muyon Curry, Red Medicine, Inexperienced Spy, Monster Recovery, Invigoration, which boosts Earth monsters. Gust Fan, which increases wind monsters, and Paralyzing Potion. Oof. This does not seem like an easy deck to play around, as it seems like it doesn't really have an identity. Like, I've noticed that all of the it's like an Earth deck. It's a weird deck. I don't really know what the synergy really is here. I'm gonna probably have to look into that after this episode, but for now, I guess we'll try and challenge Thea. It's probably going to be pretty difficult, as we don't really have the terrain bonus or a terrain advantage, nor do I really know what to do with the deck. We just got Angry Gnome. Let's look. Inexperienced Spy, Winged Beast, Insect. Insects have like notoriously like no fusions, right? Let's just play the Inexperienced Spy to save up on some stars. Tears of the Mermaid is good though. I don't imagine they have something together, but I don't think we're gonna need Kumo Toko, if I'm being really honest here. Okay, what's her opening hand? I thought that regardless of facing typing icons, all opponent's cards are displayed on the field for 5 seconds. What a terrible card. I didn't even see anything. Ooh. Yeah, this might just be a little difficult. So, do Spellcaster make something with Dragon? No, they don't. That's great. That's just awesome. It's a Winged Beast, by the way, not even a Spellcaster. Ooh, I'm feeling like I'm gonna have to do a lot of research for this one. Got invigoration, that's cool. Fire. I'm unsure about this. Typhoon also only has 1200 attack, that's not very good. And that's probably the first of the many Dark Witches we're gonna be seeing. Okubeam. What are we drawing? Gigatech Wolf. We have a random machine in our deck, I don't know why. We can at least look at its animation. That isn't... Hopefully... Oh, you know what the problem was for Fairy? We pretty much saw the same 5 animations the whole time. I'm hoping to see a bit more diversity in this one. Oh, it's funny, he just claps with his little flaps. He's so proud of himself too. Okay, but what next? You're Earth, so maybe giving you like invigoration isn't terrible. I am struggling into seeing what really is our benefit. Skellingle done. Maybe should have shown the animation there. Let's look what we have. Got Hyo, the warrior. Ooh, this is interesting. Spellcaster and warrior. I actually don't think this makes Flame Swordsman, but I'm just curious if it does anything at all. Well, 800 damage is 800 damage, I guess. A Dark Witch, which gets a power buff, which is annoying. We can at least hit her with Typhoon. We might just be able to just chip off her deck leader, which would be a real upset, not gonna lie, because I don't really think we've got the right cards to take her down. What do we got? Hurricane and weather control. Okay, very cool. Do 1700 on there. Do we have anything else? 1250. I'm gonna have to think of something. Is there anything that can get these two fuse? Maybe, you know what I mean. I'm looking at the possibilities. Winged Beast. Would a Winged Beast? Definitely not with Fairy. I didn't do it with Spellcaster either. Maybe a Winged Beast and a machine does something. It doesn't. I was hoping maybe we'd get like Metal Dragon, but alas we don't. They live to fight one more day. Hopefully one more. Oh, she didn't do it. I think we won. Yeah, we won. Wow, it was not very good. I'm just looking at, like, if anything fuses here at this point. It doesn't, so, Solitude, finish there. Oh, wow. Kind of spectacular how we won that. I've done like I did like no combos. I just went straight for her and she did not really defend well. Not like she's really gonna get me anything. We're probably not rocking many fairies in this playthrough, especially considering that like the only real good fairy fusion is Mystical Elf. I guess I lost. It pains me to know that I lacked the strength to protect my lord and love. Yeah, no, you really sucked. So yeah, next is Tristan. Which, I mean, I guess we can give it an attempt, but I'm not very hopeful. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to look into what fits best in this deck. It could very well be that I just decide to go into like one specific deck archetype instead. I might go the warrior route, but I also might just go wizard route. Spellcaster, sorry. Do these two make anything? No, they don't. Crawling dragon. Yeah, I don't see us winning this one. As for this one, you really just need a high power level to really do anything. Yeah, you need high attack power to really pull anything off against Tristan, and because like Tristan is the opponent that just sits in the corner and does not in any circumstance go after you. Well, he'll go after you with one card, but keep his ace back. Or no, not his ace, his deck leader. I am also curious what the deck leader abilities are of this monster, what we have. It's not looking very good, is it? We'll place this one here to get an extra card. Let's see, it's not easy to get over to 1700. Crawling dragon. Maybe. No, they don't. Well, I guess I'm just moving the boys back. Oh god. That's 3 power or 2 power-ups for that monster. And after this, X-Raider gets power buff for 500, so we'll be doubly fucking screwed. Let's look what we have. Yeah, he'll be at 22 actually. I think we drew the we drew this card at the right time. We could also, yeah, we can do this, but that would just mean they both died. I don't really want that if I can avoid it. I mean, absolute worst case scenario, we somehow get something that is stronger than X-Raider and then just stall for 99 turns. Sadly enough, that is something you can do if you are really degenerate. It just did nothing. She just sits there. It didn't phase her at all. But now what? We got Thirst of the Mermaid. I mean, that can solve the temporary issue. Woodon, I mean, you just strengthen plants. Kinda it. I mean, Warrior plus Warrior probably doesn't do anything either. I don't know, the Warrior deck doesn't really excite me that much. It just seems like you got beefy guys with high costs that you throw out. I mean, this is not going to do anything either, so... But we have the Celtic Guardian up, that's cool. I mean, I'm like generally wondering what the fuck I can do. Got Hurricane and Aquamador. Mador, it's Aqua. It's a shame to just get rid of this guy. But, I mean... I guess we don't really need these cards. I mean, this is really just gonna be a stalemate until we draw anything remotely interesting. Oh, and it gets nerfed. But hey, we got guard. We got the card that can actually do something. Okay. Throw out the Gemini Elf. And this will finish off X-Raider, and you know, I really shouldn't, but I mean I could. I mean, guys, I could just, like, because he's not going to go after me, I could just wait 99 turns and we'd win. No, but that's seriously something we could do. And I mean, you know, he kind of deserves this for being passive. Like, if you're winning, why are you being passive? Like, at least come at me at that point. No, he just holds up his little ball formation like he always does. We get Giga Tech Wolf. Winged Beast plus Machine probably doesn't do anything. Nope. Winged Beast plus Warrior doesn't do anything. Whoa. Machine plus Dragon probably would have made Metal Dragon, wouldn't it? Well, I guess we'll never know. God, if this was live, I would have just asked people what they would have wanted to see. I guess so. I guess we'll place it here. Go and Jack and Fairy Lily. Use our bullshit power. If only it was something like Great Mod that actually lowered his strength, then we would have stalled him out completely. I do realize that it does now take longer for every turn to pass, so in that sense it wouldn't be smart if we're going for that. Okay. Let's check out Machine plus Dragon. That should make Metal Dragon, right? Hey, we got Metal Dragon. Let's go. It's a machine, not a dragon, I guess. That's like... That's fine, I guess. You'd think that, like... Strong dragon plus strong machine would make Battle Dragon. God, I'm trying not to yawn because it's been a long day, but... I just kind of wanted to record today, so... Hey, we actually have 2 invigorations. I did not know that. They just increase earth monsters, but... Gust Fang increases wind monsters. I guess we'll just give you these 2 buffs. So now you have 2500, which... Probably isn't enough to really do anything dangerous, but... Hey, it's cool. Yeah, we got Beaked Snail, the reptile. I don't know what reptiles fusion would be. We can give this Gust Fan to Metal Dragon. That's cool, right? As, you know, the enemy just kind of waits there and doesn't do anything. Like, literally, they don't do anything. You know, I've got an idea, right? I'm gonna move her up here with Tears of the Mermaid, and if he doesn't bite, I'll do it. I'll fucking do it. He didn't bite. Why did you not bite? Screw you. Guys, I'm gonna do something real degenerate right now, and for your sake, I'm going to quickly skip until that point. So, see you when we're at like turn 1 or something like that. Alright guys, I pretty much just skipped turns till turn 02, so there's like 2 turns left. You know, I know that this is quite cheap, but I mean, it is just super cheap to win this way, but it's also just justice. It's karma. He deserves it. I mean, look at his playstyle. It's even worse. So yeah, I mean, it's cheap, but we cheesed him. Maybe you should go on the offensive for once, hey Tristan? Maybe you would have won that way. Maybe you would have won if you'd actually go after me. But oh no, you decided to just stay in your hole like you always do. Hey, won! Let's go! Hey, 2 for 2. Pretty good first episode. Despite the fact that I know like nothing from this deck. Also, like everyone who was on there has been promoted because they were on the field for like 90 turns. And I mean, I guess we can get like a second invigoration. That would be good. Hard armor. Ooh, X-Raid would actually be really good. Oh god, didn't get it. That's I was gonna say that's insane, but that's a shame. Right. I don't believe you beat the crap out of me. You didn't do jack shit. That's why you lost. Maybe next time you should do something. Maybe then you could actually win. So yeah, no, that's how you beat Tristan. I'm actually just kind of curious how many levels they got from that, because they're probably like a good rank up, or probably at least 2 ranks up. Yeah, Gemini was 2 ranks up. Jack and Fairy Lily's 2 ranks up. Solitude 1 and Hero 2, so I mean, I can say it's a pretty good debut, but yeah, I think by next episode I might just have a completely different deck. I'm gonna just kind of look into what would be like the best I might be leaning more into the warrior theme. I think I'll probably lean into a warrior deck though. That's it. The thing I've realized is looking at the deck, it's a bad deck in my opinion, but it's kind of a hodgepodge of spellcasters, warriors, and then like a couple of winged beasts and dragons, and then they randomly put a couple plants in there. So, well, what it seems that they want you to do is, it's a super convoluted way, but to get the ace monster out, you get something like Crawling Dragon and fuse it together with, like the two machines you have, right? To create Metal Dragon. And then what you do is you get one of your like a monster of 1700 attack or more, which has to be dark, but we have a way around that. So from what we have, I think the only monster which has that ability is either Spirit of the Wind or Gemini Elf, right? And then comes the fun part. Then you have to use Tau the Enchanter to turn all light monsters into dark, so that doesn't work, never fucking mind. So like, you can't, what does it even want me to do? By the way, like, if we'd have a level, if we had a dark monster of 1700 or more and we had Metal Dragon, they could fuse together to make Battle Dragon a actually really good monster, which kind of would make the machine deck, and it's a really extra way to make Battle Dragon, when it's just much better to pretty much just have Metal Dragons, I suppose. Or just have Battle Dragons straight out of the gate, but anyways, I'm gonna have to do a bunch of discovering for what is the best option. By the way, we can also make like Black Jungle King with like Crawling Dragon plus plant. Insects literally don't fuse with anything, which is unfortunate. Same for Spellcasters. Spellcasters fuse into only Mystical Elf, and that doesn't fit this deck at all. So we have almost nothing to do with the Spellcasters. And like, I guess our best bet's warriors. Warriors do. I kind of looked up some of the trading some of the fusions, and warrior does have some fun fusions. Like, God, what does it have? Oh God, I hear the fucking thing. I hear the fucking what's his face? The fucking lagging. Yeah, it was lagging a lot, by the way. But you can make stuff like technically Skull Guardian, I think, is a warrior. You can make Hungry Burger, that's fun. Performers of Sword is a warrior. Black Luster Soldier, Millennium Shield is also a warrior, I think. I think Psycho Puppet is a warrior as well. I mean, Garma Sword, you got a couple of things out there, and God, I don't know why it's lagging all of a sudden. But, yeah, that's all for now, I guess. So, if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Goodbye!